All right, buckle up, gossips, because today we're diving headfirst into the latest heartwarming tale from the Royal Circus, specifically involving Lady Louise Windsor. Yes, that one. Apparently, her academic journey has just received a remarkable boost, which, let's be real, sounds less like genuine achievement and more like someone finally remembered she exists and gave her a shiny new PR sticker. We're talking about a rising star within the royal household, a phrase that usually precedes a carefully orchestrated photo op or a sudden, convenient accomplishment. And before you clutch your pearls in outrage, hit that like button, share this absolute scandal with everyone who needs the real truth, and subscribe, because frankly, you won't get this level of unfiltered, venomous honesty anywhere else. Your engagement truly helps us expose the glorious absurdity of it all. Now, let us turn our laser-focused gaze to Lady Louise Windsor, the eldest daughter of Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, and his esteemed wife, Duchess Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh. For those of us who closely follow the royal family, and by closely, I mean with a healthy dose of skepticism and a keen eye for manufactured narratives, Lady Louise has always been an intriguing figure. Poised, intelligent, and, until recently, conveniently, kept out of the intense glare of public scrutiny. Her choice to pursue higher education at the prestigious St. Andrews University has been a topic of quiet fascination, particularly given its deep-seated, practically umbilical, connections to other prominent members of the royal family. Imagine that, a royal choosing a university already frequented by royals. The sheer originality is breathtaking. Indeed, St Andrews is no ordinary institution. It is the very alma mater of none other than Prince William and his beloved wife, Princess Kate, the future King and Queen of the United Kingdom. This fact alone imbues Lady Louise's presence there with a certain historical resonance, hinting at a continuation of a royal tradition that values academic rigour and a semblance of a normal university experience, albeit one under the watchful eye of a nation that's probably more interested in their love lives than their dissertations. Clearly, the PR team understood the assignment. If William and Kate could make St Andrews a romantic fairy tale, then Louise could at least make it a place she goes. And this is where the comedy truly hits its peak, folks, because, as if on cue, the very institution our dear Lady Louise is gracing with her presence, St Andrews University, remember, has conveniently rocketed up the rankings. Suddenly, out of nowhere, it snatched the coveted number 2 spot in the UK, according to the highly anticipated guide published by the Sunday Times. Let's be real, the timing couldn't be more suspicious. 1 minute, it's a perfectly respectable university. The next, it's leapfrogging academic titans like Durham, Cambridge, and Oxford themselves. Honestly, you'd think someone had simply decided it was time for St Andrews to shine, perhaps because a certain royals' attendance needed a more prestigious backdrop. Clearly, this isn't about quality of teaching or student satisfaction. No. This is about the sheer, undeniable gravitational pull of a royal surname. Imagine the frantic phone calls, the whispered negotiations, the sudden re-evaluation of criteria. Somewhere, a teacup is rattling from sheer rage, probably belonging to a student at the London School of Economics, which, with its unique focus, was the only institution allowed to remain above this sudden, inexplicable burst of St Andrews genius. It's almost too perfect, isn't it? As if the universe itself is conspiring to make Lady Louise's choice seem like an act of unparalleled academic discernment, rather than, just picking a university that happens to have a royal connection. But wait, there's more. Recently, the Duchess of Edinburgh, Lady Louise's mother, offered a rare and genuinely touching glimpse into her daughter's academic life. This illuminating comment came during her official tour of Japan, a trip undertaken with her characteristic grace and dedication, or perhaps a characteristic awareness of prime PR opportunities. For any royal watcher worth their salt, such an utterance is noteworthy. Members of the royal family, particularly when it comes to their children's private lives, tend to maintain a dignified silence, shielding them from undue attention. Unless, of course, that undue attention can be spun into a positive narrative. Thus, the Duchess's remarks carried an extra layer of meaning, signalling perhaps a mother's immense pride, or a subtle acknowledgement that her daughter's burgeoning independence and accomplishments needed a little public push. You can almost picture the carefully choreographed moment designed to make us all believe in her maternal warmth rather than a calculated profile boost for Louise. And what profound subject is our budding scholar tackling? English! Yes, the intellectual heavyweight of, well, English. This fascinating detail conveniently slipped out during Sophie's Japanese escapade, during a poignant exchange with a young Ukrainian refugee. Imagine the scene. Sophie, ever the empath, connecting with a war-torn student from a country facing unimaginable hardships and finding common ground through the shared pursuit of knowledge, specifically by casually dropping that her own daughter, the then 19-year-old Lady Louise, was also studying words. According to the esteemed Telegraph, Sophie's face positively lit up as she disclosed this snippet. Somewhere, a teacup rattled from sheer boredom. Clearly, Louise is forging her own path, choosing the safest, most agreeable major that won't require too much, actual groundbreaking research. It was a beautiful, unplanned moment that offered a rare and precious insight into the Duchess's pride and Lady Louise's academic life, and absolutely nothing to do with carefully curating a public image. Absolutely nothing. But let's not pretend this is all about Louise's personal dedication. Oh no, dear readers, this is about legacy. Because St Andrews is, of course, the sacred ground where Prince William and Princess Kate's enduring romance blossomed. Their time there is the stuff of modern royal legend. Their academic pursuits were serious, apparently, while they conveniently fell in love, shared student accommodations, how very normal, and paved the way for future kings and queens. Louise, bless her heart, is now walking the same hallowed halls, undoubtedly absorbing the intellectual spirit, or at least the leftover Wi-Fi signals. It's a convenient narrative, isn't it? A royal preference for an institution that provides a robust education alongside a relatively private formative experience, which, translated, means a place where they can pretend to be normal while still being utterly privileged and under constant, yet carefully managed, public gaze. She's merely following in their illustrious footsteps, hoping some of that royal magic rubs off, without, having to actually be the future king or queen, or find a scandalous love story of her own. So, there you have it, folks. Duchess Sophie's sudden, inexplicable maternal pride, coupled with St Andrews's miraculous, perfectly timed ascent to the number 2 spot in such a prestigious national ranking, has significantly boosted Lady Louise Windsor. It's not just an academic accolade, it's a public affirmation that she's attending a university. For Lady Louise, who is not a full-time working royal, which is just a polite way of saying she's not quite important enough for actual duties. This period of academic pursuit is crucial. Crucial for what, exactly? To develop her intellect by studying English, to build her own identity by following in her cousin's footsteps. Her mother's public pride, however brief and suspiciously timed, combined with the university's stellar reputation, suddenly raises Lady Louise's profile, positioning her as an accomplished and intelligent young woman on a promising trajectory. It's a testament to the royal family's evolving approach to education, which, let's face it, is code for figuring out how to keep the younger generation busy without them actually doing anything too strenuous, or, God forbid, outshining the main acts. Louise's story at St Andrews, now amplified by these recent developments, is a perfect illustration of a very good PR team working overtime. In conclusion, dear viewers, the recent confluence of Duchess Sophie's tender remarks about Lady Louise's studies and St Andrews University's remarkable achievement in the national rankings creates a truly compelling narrative. It not only spotlights Lady Louise's personal dedication to her English major, but also reinforces the enduring legacy of St Andrews as a cradle for royal education and, indeed, for royal romance, as exemplified by Prince William and Princess Kate. This event certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the future of the younger generation of royals and the significant role that education plays in shaping their paths. What do you think of this thrilling saga? Do you believe St Andrews is the perfect choice for someone clearly destined for something? Share your opinions in the comments section below, because we always love to hear your insights, especially when they're as delightfully cynical as ours. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more exclusive royal updates, and by exclusive, we mean the ones no one else dares to print, and join us again very soon for our next captivating discussion. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.